Welcome back, welcome back. My name is Stephanie, a mom of four, and today I'm going to be talking about social media. Should you be posting your kids online? Let's get into it. First things first, I want to thank all my new subscribers. And if you're watching this and interested in this topic, like, subscribe, and comment. All right, so to get into this, we have to first examine social media in itself. What is the temperature like on social media? What's been going on these days? So a lot of people in my age group will tell you about our experiences on social media and how it has changed over the years. You know, when you used to have MySpace and High Five, and even when Facebook just launched, it was an exciting time to just share experiences. You just felt so comfortable to just tell it all. Nothing was off limits. We literally shared everything, and it was such a joy. It was such a fun time, effortless, just light, right? But as the years have gone by, things have changed. Social media is not that happy, feel-good place anymore all the time. We do still have those moments, but it's completely different now. Right now, what I notice, and you can let me know as well in the comments, is that it has become this battlefield. It has become this melting pot of very strong opinions and emotions. Now, maybe it's also because it's become such a serious place of business, but there's a lot that happens that can go from 0 to 100 real quick. Now, especially with the pandemic, I think that is where the major shift really took place. Social media became this stress reliever, this place where you would unleash all of your problems. It's like almost a free therapy session. But the danger with it is that persons literally go on a rampage to attack you, especially if they don't agree with your opinion. They have a genuine dislike for you. They're just not in a good mood that day. It gets really nasty. There's this hate train, like you just go all out. You just have this rampage where they'll dig up everything on you. Anything they notice on your profile, they're coming for you, especially if they don't agree with something that you've said. You are connected to someone who has pissed them off, whatever the case is, right? And this is what really blows things out of proportion, because I want to know, you really expect to come on the internet and have everything you say be everybody's favorite? You really expect to come on the internet and everybody just agree with you? What is the point of coming on the internet with your opinions and experiences if you're not open to some of the opposing comments that are going to come? You just expect everybody to say, hey, I agree with you, I like you, and I respect you. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with disagreeing with people online. The thing where it becomes a problem is when you get disrespectful and you feel entitled and you want to start to tell people what to do or how to do it. That's when you need to draw some breaks. But we've gotten to the point where everything is so offensive. You can't tell people the truth. You can't disagree with someone's opinion without them feeling like you're disrespecting them and you're tearing them down. Right? That's what's become normal culture now in our generation. You have to really strong to survive social media these days. You have to know how to hold your ground. You have to remember that it's not the real world. It's not a real place. And a lot of the things people say to you can really hurt you, because they will tear and tug and pull at the most hurtful and vulnerable things that they can possibly find. And with us now characterizing what the social media space is these days, it's going to make you think, do I really want to put my children out there on this space? Am I willing to deal with whatever comes as it relates to my children? Because right now, you have to really prepare yourself for whatever you post on social media to be critiqued, analyzed, twisted, misconstrued, opinion shared by anyone that comes across your page, especially if you're one who has a public page. Like, your kids are your everything. Your kids are off limits. They're supposed to be off limits. They're coming for your kids. Kids are no longer off limits. That's where we're at these days, right? And nobody wants to expose their kids to that. Nobody. No, don't get me wrong. We have a lot of creators in this space now. We have a lot of parents in this space who have no issues sharing their children, and they may not have had any negative experiences while being on social media, sharing experiences, images, and videos with their kids. And that's great, because personally, I do enjoy watching along with a lot of these things. But I'm just not one of those people that are willing to take the risk, especially because a lot of these things will exist for years to come. And do we really want our children able to see these things and look back on these things? How will it affect them? Now, I'm one of those parents that don't even allow my children to use social media themselves. I do not find it to be appropriate. A lot of the platforms say they have all these measures in place for persons who are of a certain age when they use their platforms, but time and time again, we see all these ridiculous things that come across the children's feed, all these inappropriate things that come across. And their minds are like sponges. They will absorb these negative things. And it's very hard to undo what you put into a mind. It's very hard to untrain and have them unlearn certain behaviors. So I don't bother to go there. I'm not exposing my children to the current culture of bullying and just downright hatred. Downright hatred. So when you see persons that are pregnant, for example, and they don't share it until after the child is born, and you wonder why are they hiding this and hiding that. It's not about hiding. Change the word hiding to protecting, because that's what you have to do. For me, you will see me and you will know that I have children. You will see lots of evidence on my platforms that I have children, but you will not actually see them in their entirety. Why? Because I am protecting them. I am a proud mother. I will scream it from here to the mountaintop that I am a mother. And you will always know that when you see me, but you will not be seeing my children like that. And that's that. Right? People will look at you and say, oh, you're poor because you don't show flashy things. You're not posting about designer things. They'll tell you that you're ugly. They'll tell you that you don't have a baby father, or your kid's dad is not in their lives. They'll tell you that you need therapy. They'll tell you anything you can possibly think of, they're going to tell you. Once they have an issue with anything that you say, your opinion triggers them, whatever it is, they'll make up something about you. And you can't take it personally. You just have to understand that that's the way things are. You don't let anything that anyone does change you or stop you from what you believe in and what you stand for. You could have a million negative comments. If it's something that you truly stand for and you believe in, you don't let anybody force you into changing. Kids have a right to privacy. Right now, a lot of the children that you see being posted online, years from now, if they had the choice, perhaps they wouldn't take it. And I understand that as parents, we feel entitled to do as we wish, but we have to really think. Some of the things we're sharing about our experiences as mothers and parents online, how will our kids feel when they come of age and they're able to get access to this? You know, like, how will it really make them feel? I'm very cognizant of that. I don't think social media will ever be a safe place for children again. Not to mention with all the the predators online who go after children as their thing that they like. You can post the most innocent things and it becomes a grooming manifesto for a lot of strange people. You cannot trust people with your children or take any form of strange or inappropriate comments lightly. So, with all of that being said, with all of that being done, I want to hear from you, especially if you're a parent who feels absolutely comfortable with sharing the platform with their child, allowing their child to use the platform, or even creating a platform for their child to use at a later date. I would love to hear from you. What are your thoughts? How do you cope? How do you manage? And what advice can you give for other persons who are interested in posting their kids on social media? And for the parents who are like me, who are against or not willing or not comfortable to post their children online, was it always that way for you? Did you have an epiphany one day to say, I no longer want to do this? Let me know. Let's have a conversation. Social media for me at this time is about meaningful conversations without having to physically be out there in the public. And I am absolutely open to differing opinions, other ideas, criticisms, as long as it's with respect. So thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to the comments. Like, comment, share, subscribe.